Cam is my partner. I'm not his artist.
Every time you see me in the news, it was over diplomats.
They can't compete, not on this level.
When I'm kicking ass, when I come to the club 30 deep, it did what? It made the diplomats look good.
I made diplomats. I can compete at the top level right now.
From claiming he's nicer than Nas on a mic,
Any one of y'all from my era.
to lying about creating love and hip-hop,
I made that name Love and Hip Hop. That's my name. They didn't make that name.
Jim Jones has been capping for 2 decades straight.
I was the CEO of Diplomats.
And today, we're exposing every single lie with receipts. After digging through court documents, old interviews, and social media meltdowns, we found 11 times Jim Jones got straight up exposed for lying. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the entire hip-hop community is finally calling him out. But before we dive into his most recent delusions, let's start with one of the bigger lies in his catalog, Love and Hip Hop. Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin have repeatedly claimed that Love and Hip Hop was Jim's baby, his invention, his doings. He says the whole show was based on their relationship and that Jim created the entire thing.
Everybody know, and for those who don't know, you helped kick off the Love and Hip Hop franchise or what have you, and we know you haven't participated in this season. What's the story behind that?
That ain't my type of TV, that ain't something I wanted to do. And I didn't help kick it off. That was my show. I started that. I created the whole template with me and Chrissy. So that's how that goes.
But industry coverage tells a completely different story. Mona Scott Young is widely recognized as the show's creator and executive producer in all official credits and trade publications. Jim and Chrissy were basically just participants.
Oh God, I'm trying to move beyond all of that. The drama is what it is. It just came part and parcel with the whole thing. And I trust the fact that she knows that, I really care about her, care about Jim. Their engagement was one of the highlights of my producing the show.
I never get my credit for a bunch of shit I do in this industry. When they say Love Hop, they supposed to say, man, the creator and founder, Jim Jones.
You was on it early.
I wasn't on an order. I created it. It wasn't about nobody. It was a man named Jim Ackerman that been following me on the internet for years. Chrissy was supposed to do a show. It didn't go through for her. I called Jim Ackerman like, yo, I'm ready to do reality TV. If you do a show around Chrissy, and I'll be a part of the show for the whole thing, right? At that time, I wasn't doing no shows. So Yandy went on the road with Missy Elliott so she could get her money. And she told Mona, yo, hold Jim down while I'm going to play the management. I had a couple more meetings at VH1. Took Mona with me to the meeting. She went in there as my manager and left as the producer.
Oh gosh.
Of my whole show template. From the name of the show. I made the name Love and Hip Hop. That's my name. They didn't make that name.
I didn't know that.
You heard?
I didn't know.
That's like Emily came up with that name. You heard? Like that was our whole template. It was supposed to be about the wives and the girlfriends of hip hop stars, starting with Chrissy, and Chrissy's friend was Emily, and it was built around that. Even though we know Fab wasn't going to be on television,
which
it was supposed
the
to
heart
be like that.
of the first one.
Yes.
Pitching an idea to someone and creating a show are 2 completely different things. This is wild. Claiming you created one of the biggest reality franchises in TV history when your name ain't on the credits, that's next level delusion. Harlem Ninja. Jim Jones and Camron have had multiple beefs, followed by public reconciliations, but it never lasts long. After claiming he made Diplomats, the tension between the two has exploded, and Cam has exposed multiple lies that came out of Jim Jones's mouth.
Listen, I'm gonna address a couple things because we've been on vacation, and a lot of been talking since I was on vacation. You are a guardian angel and designer. What the f is you talking about, man? You are from the Bronx, bro. You are not from Harlem. Why do you keep thinking that you are from Harlem, bro? You are not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you, man. I did not grow up with you. Contrary to what you believe, I did not grow up with you. You are from the Bronx. Did your grandmother live in Harlem? Yes. Did you come see her? Yes. Did I see you time to time? Yes. I did not grow up with you. You talk about dick ride now. That's where this old shit, I would have left you alone. I would have left the old shit alone. Dick ride, do you remember how we met? Pause. Not met, how you got cool with us? This is what happened, how Jomo got cool with us. We were popping. It wasn't no internet. Mace, myself, Big L, even though Mace and Big L on the same page, Bloodshed, my man Herb McGruff, we were super duper popping in the street prior to the internet. Everybody knew we was about to get a record deal. Everybody knew this. It wasn't no secret. Basically, you heard our freestyles, and you came up to me one day when I was chilling in front of the house. You said, and this word to my dead mother, yo, man, I heard the freestyles. Y'all killing shit. Yo, you know my grandmother died. If y'all want to come by and just hang out, y'all could, y'all more than welcome. We like, all right, Jomo, thanks. It didn't really make sense at the time because we like, yo, man, where's Jomo inviting us to his house for? Even though he cool. But it didn't make sense to be going to Jomo house. More freestyles come out. Yo, I heard the new shit you did. I heard the new shit you did. Yo, you want to come through? Come through. One day, I'm leaving Mace's house on the west side, going back to the east side. I stopped at Jomo's house. His grandmother died, God bless her dad. And he had a free crib. So yeah, I would bring some bitches over there to sometime. A little crack maybe. I'd be at everybody's house. I never needed nowhere to stay. You act like on your couch. You was a fan. You begged us. You are a fan. A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I don't see you around none of this. You're not from none of that. So you gonna sit around and act like you've been around all this Harlem shit and everything. You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you gotta keep saying, I'm from Harlem? Who's from Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem. So that's first and foremost. All this, yo, is on your account. You were fanned out and you begged to come to your house after you heard all these mixtapes. That's how you got in. You was so cool, and we was like, yo, Jomo's a nice guy. Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap. Literally. He taught you how to rap. You say it. Start this, and I ain't do that, and you started Pink, and you made the Diplomats, which is just, if people choose to believe that, then look, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I could sell you to, my nigga.
Apparently, Jim wanted to flex finances with Cam and got burned again.
Hey, legends, they doing podcasts. This and that. We make more money than you. We sit here and make more money than you. I know you don't want to play the Cash App, open your bank account game on the phone when we see each other. You don't want to open your phones up and see how much has got in the account. You made $2 million.
I know you don't want no ATM battle.
We make more money than you. You talking about, oh, they podcast. Because we getting chicken. We make more money than you. You better come when you want a job. We might got a job for you. I'll try to take it easy on you, nigga.
But his lies about New York dominance were even more embarrassing. The Nas delusion.
I'm not one to play with when it comes to doing music at all. Most people have been in this game as long as I've been in the game and not here anymore. At all. They way gone. They can't compete. Not on this level. At all. I can compete at the top level right now. Period. Against anybody. Especially from my era group. I spank they boots. I don't care who you put in the booth with me. And I got the money to back it. Right now, tonight. That's the difference. Don't play no games. Tell them bring 100 tonight. Whoever it is.
Jim Jones's most recent claim came when he suggested he's a better rapper than Nas. Jim actually said he could rap circles around anybody from his era and challenged legends to meet him in the booth.
What I did for Nas probably never been done for him in his life. He's never been that viral at all, ever. Ever. He's never been talked about like this ever in his life. Last time he was in some shit like this where people were comparing when him and Jay was beating on him.
Say that.
You heard? You dig? Like, and I don't want to talk about other people's career, but let's just get to the semantics of it.
Since the whole time?
Nas.
Okay.
Huh? I don't know Nas to have a conversation with him. You don't have a conversation, we can have that too and shit like that. You dig? Like, I don't really care.
One thing I
about
did see you do, I've seen you do this in Say Less, I've seen you do this in the studio. You'll pull out the 100K and say, who won it? It's up. Who want to go?
100%. I ain't got 100 on me now. I got like 40, 50 on me.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's right. You can come get this right now. Right now. Any one of you. Right now. And it ain't a money thing, but this is here. You heard? If you want to get busy, is the money on the line. Any one of y'all from my era and before my era. You heard? I started in 2003. Let's not forget that. Let's get it straight.
Yeah.
That's when I signed my deal.
While it's great to see competition in hip-hop, respect and common sense should be addressed. This is the same Nas who just won a Grammy in 2021, was honored at the 2024 Grandmaster Awards, and is universally considered one of the greatest lyricists ever. But Jim recently backstepped and made comments that he's a marketing genius. So he's in two lanes here. Are you saying this shit for clout, or are you really trying to step in the booth and battle with legends?
And pull up my Billboard entries.
Can we address one thing though?
Go ahead.
Jim Jones has 9 entries in the Billboard 200 with 3 top 10 albums and no number ones, while Nas has 27 entries, 16 top 10 albums, and 6 that have reached number 1 on the Billboard 200.
Right now, 2025, I'm in the game still rapping at a high capacity. If Nas wants to smoke, come in the booth. I will rap circles around.
Then residents in Harlem were asked to choose between Nas and Jim Jones. The results were embarrassing. Every single person chose Nas, with some literally laughing at the question.
What's the question?
Nas and Jim Jones.
I'm a Harlem. Will never ever disrespect Nas, first and foremost. Jimmy, that's the bro. That's Uncle Jomo, but first and foremost, he need to sit his ass.
Nas and Jim Jones.
Nas.
Nas or Jim Jones? Nas.
Nas and Jim Jones.
Nas.
All right.
Nas and Jim Jones.
Is that a serious question?
Yes, it is.
Nas, bro.
Right.
Jim Jones the clown. Nas or Jim Jones?
Come on. Is that a question?
Yo.
Is that a question?
Hey, yo.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Come
though.
on.
I ain't say who.
Yo. Nas.
Nas for the culture.
All right. Nas or Jim Jones?
Said Nas or Jim Jones? Oh, Nas.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Nas. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's go.
Jim Jones, though.
Math Hoffa did the same thing, and the results were just as bad.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Nas.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of Nas. I don't know what kind of question that is. Yeah,
Oh,
Nas.
okay, all right. Hey.
Hey, you gotta switch something up, big dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nas. Come on. This is Nas, my.
Nas. What? Is that even a question?
Okay. You too?
Yes.
Okay.
Capo, you know I love you. Nas answered with a casino opening.
The Jay-Z flex.
First of all, let's get right to it. There seems to be some drama. You and The Rock, Jay-Z, you try to diss. You did diss him. I diss nobody. You dissed him. I dissed Michael Jordan. Oh man, we just there's no drama, man. No, we're gonna get to that. Listen, Jay said, from what I'm hearing, he said you're not on anyone's top 10. Why should they support you? Why? He also said I didn't have any plaques. He talk crazy badly about me. I'm hurt. You know what I think it is? Who would ever think that Jim Jones would have the hotter song than Jay-Z? I think that's what it is.
For years, Jim Jones publicly minimized any issues with Jay-Z, especially around 2016, when he claimed everything was cool between him and Roc Nation.
A real conversation, you know what I mean? Just sit down, you look a person in his eyes and you can feel somebody's energy. You can tell where they at from looking at them. So, I guess they felt my pain. They know where I was trying to go. They know where I've been. Stoked.
But later interviews revealed the complete opposite. Jim admitted his feelings were hurt by being excluded from lucrative Roc Nation ventures and business deals. He went from acting like Jay-Z was his homie to admitting he felt snubbed and left out.
What's up with that Jim Jones shit, man?
I mean, I believe in hip hop. I feel different ways about it. Hip hop, of course, is a competitive sport. But on the other end of it, it's like certain people shouldn't be able to say your names until they done something in the genre of music. I've done too much in this music to even have to answer that question. Like Jim Jones, who is Jim Jones? Like, he's not on anyone's top 10 list. He's like no one's top 10 list. Maybe not even his family. He has no hardware on his wall. No classic album. So from a creative standpoint and the economic standpoint, he doesn't even register. So why do I have to answer that question? You know what I'm saying?
Because it is on the radar. People are talking about it. And Dame Dash is screaming all on the track. Have you spoke to Dame?
No, of course not. But I'm just like my radar, like for what I've done, hip hop, and what I've done in this. I'm just talking about. Forget it. Could be Jim Jones or it could be Jenny Jones, whatever,
right,
whoever.
Up.
For people, that's like I was saying last night, it's like the 8th guy on the bench just screaming at Jordan, like, you a bum. Like, you like the 9th guy on the bench. I'm not even worried about you.
The contradiction was so obvious that hip-hop blogs started calling out his flip-flopping narrative. His memory of the time period was also skewed.
And I was the one that was most active outside. I definitely was the hottest one in the streets at the time. And Jay was still the biggest from New York at the time. He wasn't as hot as I was outside because I had the balling record and all that type of shit. So naturally, he was able to figure out how to put himself in the game in New York and still look like Jay, big dog, don't play with me. But then I was able to counter that. Well, good looking, big dog, we're gonna remix this shit, you heard? I holla at you, boop! And it just went in our favor. Like, they never seen a move done like that. You dig? Like, it's called chess, not checkers, you heard?
The imposter or the informant. For years, Jim Jones portrayed himself as a high-ranking blood member, calling himself a general and talking about giving orders. But when the 6ix9ine federal case exposed 9 Trey wiretaps, something interesting happened. Jim was caught on tape discussing gang business, but he was never indicted.
That's cool, but now you gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated. Super duper. So ain't too much he can really do unless he go run around with 100 armed securities all day. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get shot at pay.
He ain't getting enough money for that.
That's a fact. And he just canceled all his shows.
And he ain't a gang member no more.
Nah, he ain't nothing.
Hip-hop legal experts and attorneys highlighted the disconnect. If you're really calling shots like the wiretaps suggest, why didn't you catch any charges? There's a reason he's not in prison right now. Let us know in the comments what you think. He also made claims about being accepted in gang territory in LA. Wack 100 said he actually paid for approval. He offered Wack money for a pass in Compton, then went on his Instagram and started flexing in parks, showing everyone where he was chilling.
I definitely put it down in California. LA, I had birthday parties in Enterprise Park, you know. If you from LA, you know what I mean by Enterprise Park. And yeah, I have birthday parties in Enterprise Park. You know what I mean? So this is the type of shit that I was doing when they were portraying that East Coast were fake bloods and they were just putting on the act, and I knew we wasn't. And for me being an avid fan of West Coast culture, man, the gangbanging hit my coast with Storm, and being a fan of Snoop and how he handled it. And actually, I wanted to build a bridge, and I knew that wasn't going to be the easiest thing to do, but I had the heart to do it.
I remember many years ago, not in this park, I had a birthday party in Enterprise Park. A lot of good times out here on the west side.
He spent more money on his outfit than he made from his album. I told him the trip to Compton ain't gonna work, bro. The trip to Compton 10 a night ain't gonna work. I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know why people think they city make them. Like, you don't know how much of a clown you look like in 2025 running back for a Compton stamp. You ever seen me ask for a Compton stamp?
What happened now?
You from New York. He better, I'm going to go over here and pay these to go to the park. I'm not from Compton. I'm like, bro, I'm not from Compton. I don't give a what park you go to in Compton. He like, that was a statement towards me.
So is he a blood or a snitch? Faison Love gave his opinion.
Some of the shit, listen, I denounced it. Listen, I came up in gangs. But it was a different thing when we, you know what I'm saying? It's not like the shit Jim Jones bitch ass is portraying. You know what I'm saying? He's stupid. He ain't never been on no blood set.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? The closest thing he been to a blood set is Colors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He ain't been on Pyru Street in Compton. He ain't been to Emerald Hills, Bunny Boys. He ain't been to Lincoln Park. He ain't been to none of them places and put in some work. He's a dress-up dog.
Damn.
But that's what they thinking, telling these kids they gotta do. You ain't gotta join no gang.
Right.
The 6ix9ine phone tap.
Wait. Let me get this off. Yo, Jim. Yo, Wack. Let me just get this off my shoulders, right? Let me just get this off my shoulders to show you what type of I am. And while it's still early, let me get this off my shoulders. Jim Jones, right? He ran with the same I ran with a decade before I met him. Jim Jones, the Dipset, that was just over there dancing and shit on verses. Jim Jones was running with Shotty, Cafano Jordan, right? Mel Matrix, Jamel Jones, Road Murder, Roland Martin. He was running Fu Banger, Fuquan. I forgot his last name, Fuquan, some shit. He was running with all of the cats I ran with and got his daddy for. You know what Jim Jones did? That did not take care of none of them. Cause when I ran to them, Shotty was sleeping on the rug of Madison between Tompkins and Troop. Mel Murder was on Gates and Marcus Garvey with his baby mother. Roland Martin was just doing 9 years. He blew trial. That made them eat shit. That take care of them. From Shotty was sleeping on the rug. That driving a 6'3" Benz in 6 months, living in a condo, doing meetings with Kanye. Kanye was taking him to Yeezy meetings, board meetings. Matrix had his own, everything on his own. His kids was eating. Roland Martin came home to a new AP, watch, money, cars, everything. That Jim Jones did not take care of none of his. I took care of him. And on top of that, Jim Jones was caught on wiretap telling Jamel, look, Jim Jones was caught on wiretap.
That's a fact.
Jim Jones was caught on wiretap on my case, he was telling the big homie Mel Matrix, Jamel Jones, to go and get rid of my security. How you do it? How you shoot at them? They don't got no license to carry weapons, no nothing in New York. How is that free right now?
You know 50 had to weigh in on this one with the caption, LOL Individual One calling the shots out here. 50 was joking about Jones being referenced as Individual One in the court transcript. I know you working, so please don't say gangsta shit to me, Individual One.
Yeah, I just seen the Breakfast Club. Jimmy popping all that bullshit. I be seeing Jimmy talking about, we Gucci boo boo here in the Gucci store. Talking about, we Gucci boo boo. The Black King niggas was going f you up. Jimmy, they was like, Marita Monero, Coca-Cola, Pedro.
The crybaby. During an interview with Funk Flex, Jim Jones became emotional discussing Dipset's downfall. This led to numerous viral clips of him getting teary-eyed in the studio.
These clowns and all these, but boy, if you really get to live this last 20 years that I lived, you would understand, boy. I put everything on the line for this. And I took it with a smile. Even when doubted me, down me, when I was on trial and told me I need to take the plea. Take what plea? We don't take pleas. You heard? By the grace of God, the trial gets dismissed because they couldn't find enough evidence of a shootout that happened on Uptown over Camron. You heard? I want the trial over shit like that. I want the court over shit like that. Every time you see me in the news, it was over diplomats. When I get sued and shit like that, it be over diplomats. When I'm kicking ass, when I come to the club 30 deep, it did what? It made the diplomats look good. You heard?
He later tried to brush off the moment, saying it was exaggerated by social media. He claimed he wasn't really crying, but the footage was clear, and it became a meme that still follows him around. The irony of someone who built their image on being tough and getting emotional on radio wasn't lost on hip-hop's Twitter accounts.
I live with my grandmother. She raised me from a baby. I don't really talk about my grandmother. So, right now you mentioned something that I try to not talk about because I know she hurts a lot.
Yeah.
She got treated. Yeah, because she didn't get to see how dope of a person her grandson came to be. I would be comfortable living on the streets if I could get 2 seconds with her.
Aside from his emotions, his athletic claims were just as ridiculous. Boxing cap. Jim Jones regularly posted gym videos and shadowboxing footage, trying to flex his fighting skills on social media. Instead of impressing anyone, his form became a meme. Twitter accounts roasted his technique, and reaction videos started popping up. They made fun of his boxing stance, his punches, and his skinny legs.
Yeah. So I see everybody talking shit about my legs. Yeah. If you don't know anything about genetics, probably don't think about working out. So here's a little challenge for those who say I ain't got no legs. Then I urge everyone who's talking shit, do the same thing and post it. Simple. Let's do this, and now shut up. Do that, and now shut up. Do this, and I will shut the f up.
Other rappers started mocking him too.
Hoppo, I'm outside, baby. Hoppo, I'm outside, baby.
What's going on?
145th. You know what I mean? We on 145th in Lenox, you know what I mean?
You all right?
It's early morning. I know you vamp life. I'm opposite. Right. But we outside on the ground.
Get some work, Capo.
You know what I mean? We here, baby.
Get some work, baby. Right.
You know what I mean? Ain't no excuses, baby.
Right.
COVID claims. Jim Jones came out with a public service announcement for COVID after contracting the virus at his Versus battle.
And Jim Jones is giving a serious COVID PSA because after doing that whole Versus, I'm not going to lie, I was like, was there any type of protocol here at Madison Square Garden's Hulu Theater in New York? Because there was a lot of people on that stage. I saw Fat Joe wearing his mask, but I didn't see too many masks. Well, he did post this.
COVID is real. You heard? I was running around here thinking I was Superman, and COVID knocked the socks off Superman. So I urge and encourage everybody, please continue to mask up. Please continue to hand sanitize, social distance as much as you can. I really felt it. And I don't want nobody to feel like how I felt. You know what I mean? I'm not in charge of the FDC or anything. I'm not here to tell you to go get your vaccination. I'm just here to tell you to take care of yourself, because it is very real. And I'm grateful that I'm back to getting healthy. I'll see y'all soon.
Jones explained his confidence in avoiding COVID by saying he takes 5 showers a day. Then he went on Drink Champs and said the locks gave it to him.
Jim Jones, he is saying that the locks gave him COVID. Here's what he said on the preview for Drink Champs.
I called COVID active verses after the verses. That was the only time.
You talking about the locks gave you COVID?
Yeah. The locks gave me COVID. On top of everything that night, they gave me COVID. I couldn't win for nothing.
The claim was immediately roasted on social media and covered by rap news outlets as a prime example of Jim's tendency to say ridiculous things. Camron exposes the CEO lie.
I'm not his soldier, you heard? I'm his partner. But in the journey that we had to take, I had to do what was needed. That's why I played my position. And that's why I'm able to be here and have a conversation with you, because I did what I was supposed to do. If I didn't, I don't think I'd be able to have this much success or this good grace. I took the position of my position. Cam is my partner. I'm not his artist. I was the CEO of Diplomats. I made Diplomats with him. I was with him for every bit of his journey. I held him down. I took that position of holding him down.
Before we get to Killer, we just got to show the backpedaling from Jimmy. He straight up exposed his own lies.
Everything that I did with Diplomats was out the love of my heart. He said I was a CEO. I never had no paperwork. My name wasn't on nothing that I own. And his name was on everything. I never got no publishing checks for that I wrote them on everybody's album. I never got no writing credits. No. My name was never on nothing that had to do with nothing to do with Diplomats. You heard?
One interview, he was CEO. Next one, he's crying.
We taught you how to rap. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. You ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan. I put you down because you had a free crib and you was a nice guy. That's how you got down originally. Period.
Jim wasn't a co-founder or CEO. He was a super fan who begged his way into the group.
I'm all for new and change, but I'm not for riding the coattail of and then getting to a place and trying to stun on the you was riding the whole time. I don't like that. It's like when people would, when I first started, not doing music, people would come, oh, I love you, this and that. You see that in a year from now, he think he better than you. I was just telling you everything to do. Now you're better than me. Get out of here. I don't like that. And there's a bunch of rappers that do that. Oh, you to go, you da to this. And then you see a nigga in 2 years, he get one hot record. And now they think he can throw rocks at the heavens.
The pattern of contradictions.
If you being honest, right, and you looking back at your career, where will you rank yourself among New York rappers? Top 10, top 15, top 20?
Where did I rank myself? I don't care about top 10 ranks. I care about the money. You heard? And you talking about all these artists that came in after me. I came in after them, Rav, you heard? And I started as a hype man. And right now I am the hype man, as you can see all over the internet. Big difference, you heard? I'm talking about present day and what we're doing right now. I ain't worried about what's going on in the past. I don't worry about what used to do or what you used to do. What can you do right now? You heard? And if you're not in it, you're not in it. You dig? But I'm in it wholeheartedly. And I wrap circles around anybody who beg to differ. Tell them meet me in the booth. That's all we got to talk about. There ain't no shot at no one in particular person. But yeah, you know what's up. I'm from that era. Engagement era. You heard?
So what are we left with? The gang leader who never got charged, the tough guy who cries on radio, the CEO who was just a fanboy, and now, with his recent claim about being better than any rapper from his era, he's reached peak delusion. The hip-hop community is finally calling him out because the lies have become too obvious to ignore. From claiming he doesn't care about rankings while desperately seeking validation, to saying he wants smoke with anyone while avoiding actual confrontation, Jim Jones stays capping. So what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to see more videos like this, check out the ones popping up on the screen. Help us out by liking, sharing, and commenting. If you're new, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell to get notified when new videos drop. We appreciate you hanging out with us, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.